Homeschool might be a better fit for King Harris. At least, that's what he's saying. But the internet, they're not buying it. And neither is his father, rapper T.I. In a dramatic turn of events, King Harris has gone from being the privileged, well-known son of hip-hop royalty to the centerpiece of one of the most controversial family dramas in the industry today. What started as rumors and whispers online has now exploded into an all-out public spectacle, with family ties, reputations, and even a potential new generation of Harrises hanging in the balance. King Harris, the son of rapper Clifford T.I. Harris and singer Tamika Tiny Harris, has never shied away from the spotlight. Growing up on reality TV and behind the scenes of one of the most famous families in hip-hop, King always had cameras rolling and fans watching. But over the past year, that spotlight has taken a darker turn. Now, tensions within the Harris household have reached a breaking point, and sources close to the family say the drama is spilling into real life with real consequences. From social media call-outs to possible eviction from the family home, the situation is spiraling fast, and the world is watching every messy moment unfold. The heart in the storm lies in the growing tension between King and his father, T.I. What was once a close relationship built on shared interests in music and culture has turned into something much more complicated. According to insiders, King has allegedly threatened to cut ties with his father entirely. The court issue, ongoing drama surrounding a rumored pregnancy, and T.I.'s public response to it. While many fathers might handle sensitive family matters behind closed doors, T.I. took to the public stage to address it, denying paternity claims involving his son and citing DNA test results that proved King wasn't the father. While some fans applauded T.I.'s firm stance and his willingness to protect the family name, King didn't see it that way. In fact, he felt the exact opposite. In a now-deleted social media post, King lashed out at his father, accusing him of betrayal. He wrote, "You didn't protect me, you exposed me." For King, the issue wasn't just the denial of the rumor, it was the manner in which it was handled. He felt humiliated, unsupported, and ultimately betrayed by the very man he thought would have his back. He even went as far as to suggest he was done being a Harris, drawing a firm line in the sand over what he sees as a lack of loyalty and trust from his family. T.I., known for being outspoken and philosophical when it comes to parenting, didn't respond directly. But he did post a cryptic message. "Sometimes you gotta let them grow through the fire." That post, while brief, said a lot. It suggested that T.I. believes his son needs to go through hardship and pain in order to mature and evolve. It's a tough love approach, and while it may resonate with some, others believe it lacks the emotional sensitivity needed in a father-son relationship, especially in the face of such public controversy. As tensions rise between King and T.I., Tiny has reportedly stepped in as the emotional buffer, trying to keep the family from falling apart. Sources say she's been working behind the scenes to calm both sides, encouraging King to rethink his anger and urging T.I. to consider how his actions have impacted their son. It's a difficult position to be in, torn between protecting your child's emotions and preserving the unity of a public family brand. Tiny has long been seen as the emotional center of the Harris family, often mediating conflicts in the spotlight and off-camera. Now, with the public eye fixed on their household once again, she's stepping into that role more than ever. Whether or not her efforts will be enough to rebuild trust between King and T.I. remains to be seen. Just when you thought things couldn't get any messier, enter Big Nana, a social media personality with a flashy style and an even flashier online presence. Big Nana is rumored to be King's baby mama, and she hasn't exactly been shy about the attention. From Instagram stories flaunting designer clothes to bold captions that hint at her connection to the Harris family, she's positioning herself as a central figure in this unfolding drama. In one particularly telling update, Big Nana changed her Instagram bio to read, "Me plus KC equals 4 letters." For those not in the know, KC stands for King Clifford, King's full name. The message is clear: she sees herself as more than just a fling. She sees herself as part of the Harris legacy. And if the pregnancy rumors are true, she may be attempting to solidify that connection in a very permanent way. T.I. reportedly isn't buying any of it. Insiders say he believes Big Nana is chasing clout and possibly trying to exploit King's last name and fortune. He's drawing a hard line, not just with her, but with King too. His message is firm: the Harris family legacy isn't up for grabs, especially if it's tied to behavior he doesn't respect. As the story continues to unfold, King's online behavior is only adding fuel to the fire. On Instagram, He's been posting rants and videos declaring himself a grown man who demands respect. But the internet hasn't responded kindly. Many fans and critics alike are calling out what they see as a major contradiction. King is trying to portray a hood persona while having grown up in a mansion with private chefs and luxury cars. This isn't the first time King's credibility has come into question. From reality TV appearances to rap freestyles, he's struggled to find an authentic voice that resonates with audiences. Now, as he tries to establish a career in hip-hop, his public image may be working against him. Some fans feel he's playing a role rather than telling his truth, and in an industry where authenticity is everything, that's a dangerous game. King's current behavior isn't coming out of nowhere. He's been involved in several controversies over the past few years that have raised eyebrows and drawn concern. One of the most infamous incidents involved King nearly getting into a physical altercation with a Waffle House employee over, you guessed it, pickles. Then there was the time he paid a homeless man $50 to complete the One Chip Challenge, a viral stunt known for its risky health effects. That incident in particular sparked outrage, with many accusing King of exploiting someone's desperation for views and clout. In addition to those stunts, King was arrested alongside Boosie's son for marijuana possession and a DUI. These incidents painted a picture of a young man spiraling out of control, despite having every resource and opportunity at his disposal. Ty, who has openly discussed his own troubled youth, has repeatedly tried to steer King in the right direction. But he's also said something chilling. I've made peace with the possibility that my son may have to go to prison to learn his lesson. I know that energy, I was that energy. With the possibility of fatherhood on the horizon, the stakes are higher than ever for King. If Big Nana is indeed pregnant, and if King is the father, everything changes. Not just for him, but for the Harris brand too. Will he rise to the challenge of being a father, or will this become yet another chapter in a growing list of public failures? According to some reports, T.I. has gone as far as to remove King from the family home. While not confirmed, if true, it suggests T.I. has reached a breaking point. Whether this is part of a tough love strategy or a move driven by genuine frustration, it's clear the Harris family is in crisis mode. As all this plays out, King's music career is taking serious hits. Once seen as a rising star in Atlanta's rap scene, King's name is now more associated with scandal than sound. His streaming numbers have reportedly dropped. Labels that once saw him as a marketable figure are backing away. Even fans who supported him early on are beginning to question if he's really cut out for this industry. And let's be honest, T.I. has a reason to worry. King's recent behavior paints the picture of someone who's reckless, impulsive, and far from ready for the responsibilities of fatherhood. From his involvement in petty drama to brushes with the law, King has made it clear that he's more focused on flexing than maturing. Remember that Waffle House incident? King got into a heated argument with staff, yelling things like, "Stop talking to me. This ain't your restaurant. Everything you make, I can pull out my wallet right now." He even shouted, "Tell your mama Happy Mother's Day," as if that was some kind of insult. The entire encounter wasn't just immature, it was embarrassing. Then there was the time he convinced a homeless man to take the infamous One Chip Challenge, one of those ultra-spicy chips that can cause real pain and discomfort, for just $50. King filmed the man suffering, laughing in the background as the poor guy gasped for air, clearly in distress. What should have been a moment of compassion, or at least decency, turned into another example of King's immaturity and lack of awareness. It wasn't funny, it was exploitative. The baby news, if true, adds a whole new layer of complexity. Is King actually ready to become a father? The signs say no. He's been flexing on social media more than preparing for parenthood. In one recent post, he could be heard saying, "You at the door? You got a ticket? Ah damn, hold up, my phone breaking up." Clearly in party mode, not in diaper duty mode. He's living like a bachelor with a trust fund, not like someone about to be responsible for another human being. Let's not forget that this isn't the first time King has gotten into trouble. He and Boosie Badazz's son were both arrested not too long ago on drug-related charges, including a DUI. Though the charges were later dropped, the incident still added fuel to the growing fire of public concern. And through it all, T.I. has maintained that he's tried everything to steer King onto a better path. He once said, "I've told him." His mama told him. His grandmama told him. His ass going to prison if he keeps this up. Ain't no way around it. I can't stop it. Can't nobody stop it but him. I've already made my peace with it. I know that energy. I was that energy. I know exactly how it's going to turn out. And that's the tragedy in all of this. A father watching his son repeat the same mistakes, unable to stop it despite knowing exactly how the story ends. T.I. isn't just reacting like a celebrity dad embarrassed by his son's antics. He's reacting like a man who's lived that life, who knows the consequences, and who's powerless to prevent someone he loves from making the same wrong choices. That frustration boiled over during a very public altercation between the two at a Falcons game. Videos went viral showing T.I. holding King in a headlock while the two shouted at each other. Security even had to step in. You could hear T.I. repeatedly yelling, "I know you," as if pleading with King to remember who he is and where he came from. King has tried to argue that he didn't grow up in the lap of luxury, that he was raised by his grandma in the hood. But fans were quick to call cap on that. We've all seen the TV show T.I. and Tiny, The Family Hustle. King was raised in a mansion, surrounded by wealth and opportunity. Sure, he may have visited his grandmother, but acting like he struggled the way T.I. once did just doesn't add up. And that's likely part of the reason why his rap career never took off. Fans could see through the act. He's not street, he's a celebrity's son trying to cosplay as one. All of this brings us back to the alleged pregnancy. If it's true, this could be a turning point, for better or worse. On one hand, having a child can force someone to grow up fast. On the other, if King continues down his current path, the child could become just another piece of collateral damage in a very public train wreck. Rumors have even surfaced that T.I. may have kicked King out over the situation. If that's true, then King is about to find out what standing on business really means. Formula, diapers, rent, none of that gets paid with Instagram likes or viral moments. T.I. once said he loves seeing his kids get their own place and learn how to survive on their own. He said, "It's great to watch them learn the value of taking care of stuff, of understanding what it means to be independent." If King is serious about being grown, now's his chance to prove it. But so far, his actions suggest he's more concerned with being seen as a man than actually becoming one. The hip-hop community is split. Some artists and fans believe King still has time to turn things around, that he's young and everyone makes mistakes. But others argue that he's throwing away a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity and burning bridges faster than he can build them. All eyes are now on King Harris. Will he finally wake up and take responsibility for his actions? Will fatherhood, if confirmed, force him to mature and think beyond himself? Or will he continue to chase viral moments and reckless clout at the cost of everything his family built? And what about T.I.? Some say he's being too harsh, publicly condemning his own son and fueling the fire. Others believe he's doing what any father would do, drawing the line before the consequences become irreversible. No matter where you stand, one thing is undeniable. King Harris is at a crossroads. This moment, this chapter in his life, could either be the wake-up call that turns him into a man or the downfall that defines him forever. So what do you think? Should King take a step back and reflect, or step up and prove he's ready for adulthood and accountability? Is T.I. doing what's best as a father or just making things worse?